Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Back today with another BB chat. If you're anything like me, one of the most exciting preseason announcements is always the house theme. Getting that first look or glimpse or those pictures of what the house theme is going to be like. Do you like it? Do you not? Are there questionable decor choices? Almost always. It's always a good time though. It's one of my favorite preseason announcement days, aside from the cast. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking my top 5 favorite Big Brother house designs, and you can drop yours in the comments. Let me know what your favorite house design of all time is. And if you like today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single second of any Big Brother 27 coverage. I also post a lot of book content as well if you're into reading. So hang out, stick around, hit the subscribe, but let's go ahead and dive into today's video. So before we actually truly dive in, I do just real quickly want to give some Big Brother history. If you don't know, seasons 1 through 5, the house was super basic. Very basic house, very basic changes and updates season to season. It is nothing, or it was nothing like what we see today, where it's like completely redone as far as the decor and the theme and all of those things. It was also only one level. The house was all just one level. The HOH room still existed, but it was just like kind of in its own little section of the house, but still all on this main floor level. It was between seasons 5 and 6 that they actually redid the whole layout of the Big Brother house, and that's the layout that we still have today with the multi-level floors. HOH room is upstairs and all of those kinds of things. So just kind of wanted to give that little bit of information, a little bit of BB history. Okay, coming in at number 5 is season 22 of Big Brother. Now, this was our second All-Star season, and the season itself was absolutely abysmal. It was terrible. It was not a good season, not a fun season, but the house does hold a special place in my heart. I think that the way that they incorporated all these different past house guests into the decor and design was just absolutely perfect for an all-star season. They definitely put a lot of thought into it, which sometimes I very much question if they put any thought to some of their design choices. This season, they definitely did. Honestly, the only reason that this one is on the list but last in my ranking is because I feel like if there wasn't so much nostalgic factor into the house design, then I probably wouldn't really like it that much, but because of the nostalgia that's incorporated all throughout the design, it just holds a special place in my heart. The comic room was so great. The way that they even used the trim to like make the walls look like cutouts of like comic strips was genius. I absolutely loved that design choice. Another room that I really loved was the kitchen. They had the characters plastered on the wall that had like their iconic quotes or their iconic moments, and they were people that we were really hoping to see on this season, but for whatever reasons, whether it was their own decision or because they were pregnant or whatever the case may be, they couldn't be on the season, and they still found a way to like pay homage to them in this special way, which I thought was a really smart idea. Number 4 on today's list is season 8. Now, hold on, take a pause here. If this house were to come out in today's era, I would be like, ooh, this is so disgusting. But I think that we have to remember what the houses were looking like in that era of Big Brother. And the reason that I really love this house is because I feel like for that era of Big Brother, while they were revamping the house each season, it wasn't over the top like it is now. A lot of it was just like color choices, the different furniture, but it wasn't super into a theme the way this house was. And so because of that, I feel like this just deserves a spot on the list somewhere, because for the era that it was in, this was a great house. But in today's world, it would not be a great house. I would not like it. There's the one bedroom. So the theme of this house, sorry, backtrack, blah, blah, blah. The theme of this house was Alice in Wonderland. And they had one bedroom where people did sleep on normal sized beds, but also within the bedroom, there was like small furniture. The door looked really small. It was definitely giving the Alice in Wonderland vibe for certain. And then additionally, in the living room, they had all these mirrors like way high up on the ceilings. They were all different designs, different shapes, different sizes, which also really like gave you that Alice in Wonderland vibe. I will say there were some design choices in the house that I was like, what part of Alice in Wonderland are we in right now? But overall, I just think for the era of Big Brother that they were in this time, it was really, really good. It was really, really creative, and they really committed to the theme. All right, for number 3, I have to do a little bit of explaining on this one. This is a combined season, but it's combined for a reason. So we're going to go back into the BB history books a little bit. If you don't know, prior to BB 18, well, partway through season 18, CBS did not have its own streaming platform. For us to be able to watch live feeds, we had to log on to a computer, watch it on our computer, our phone, different things like that. During season 18, CBS was launching their CBS All Access app, which was going to be their streaming platform. It's now Paramount Plus because of them selling it out and whatever. But in order to drive people to use that app, they decided to have another Big Brother season that was called Big Brother Over the Top. This season started literally like 2 weeks after season 18 ended. And it was a completely online version of Big Brother. You had to be subscribed to the feeds. You had to have the app to watch it. And the feeds quite literally never cut. We saw competitions play out live. We saw their voting. We saw their diary rooms. We saw everything that season. It was phenomenal. It is one of my all-time favorite seasons. Forever and ever, amen. But because of that, my number 3 pick is a combination of season 18 and Over the Top. So because of the short turnaround time that they had between the conclusion of season 18 and the start of Over the Top, they only had a couple weeks. They only revamped parts of the house. And so it really is a combination of those two houses that I really, really like. So for example, the living room. I didn't really love the living room that they had in the actual season 18, but then they changed it for OTT and it was like this really, really pretty purple and gold setting. It was perfect for the autumn season and it really just kind of elevated the space and I personally loved it. My favorite room in this house, however, did stay the same between 18 and OTT, and it was the London bedroom. I don't know what it is, but I love like London, Paris, New York. I'm one of those kind of girlies that loves the little cityscapes of those 3 cities. So them having a London bedroom, I was obsessed. But the coolest part of this bedroom was the door to get into the bedroom was an actual London telephone booth. And it had like an actual telephone. It actually was part of a twist in season 18. So I was absolutely obsessed with that room. And honestly, that room alone would cause it to be on this list for me. But overall, I really liked the combination of the two houses. There were things that I think you can pick and choose from each house of those 2 seasons put together to make like the perfect house. So I enjoyed it. Number 2 on my list is BB 23. The theme of this season was Beach Club. think that this just is the culmination of what Big Brother is in the summertime. And I think that they nailed the theme. If they have this and my number one are definitely the two themes that I think that they did perfectly. They nailed every room. I totally got the theme of it all. Everything made sense in their design choices. And one of the things that I absolutely loved the most was the kitchen this season. They had all these different types of sharks represented, but they also represented them in different ways. Like there was this like 3D puzzle thing hanging, and then there was all these different designs of sharks on the wallpaper. It was just really, really cool. And then over to the side where the table was, they had all of these like silver and white balls coming down from the wall to represent like bubbles, like you were undersea and they were bubbles coming up to the surface. It was so good. My other favorite room that I really, really liked in this house was the middle bedroom, because I just think that the colors were such a vibe. Like the kitchen was definitely giving ocean, summertime, nautical, whatever. And then this vibe was the beach club vibe of the middle bedroom. The color choices with the teal and the orange, and then you add the neon stuff on the walls plus the shapes of the bed. It was just such a cool room. I just loved the overall vibe of that room so much. Top of my list, my all-time favorite so far house in Big Brother history has to go to season 1 of Celebrity Big Brother. Again, like I said in the previous one, I just think that they really, really nailed the theme of this season. The theme of the season was Hollywood, and you can definitely tell that from literally the moment you walked in. There was the golden star right as you walked in. There was a red carpet bedroom. They had all of this different representation of Hollywood, but honestly, oddly enough, the room that was one of my most favorites was probably the most understated Hollywood room. I don't even really know what technically the theme of that room specifically would be, but I just loved the color choices in that room. Like the minty green color was such a vibe, loved it so much, and I thought it was also perfect for more of a winter season, which is what they were in. But the best room, to me, this is the best room they've ever had, was the HOH room, because it was like old vintage Hollywood, and it didn't like scream Hollywood out in your face like some of the other rooms did, but they had like that vintage setting on the wall, and then they also tied in that almost architecture from that wallpaper into the partition to go into the bathroom. There were just so many things about the house that like you could tell a lot of thought went into this house, and as it should, since it was for the celebrities, I guess. But like, let's put the same energy into every single season's house. All right, so that wraps up all of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my choices down in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, as well as make sure you subscribe, so when we get sneak peeks of the BB27 house, you will be the first to know here on this channel. I'm so excited to start getting closer and closer to the BB27 season, giving you all more information. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I will catch you in the next video.